Well, I'm Ranger Kooky, and today we're going to talk about one of the C's. And what is one of those C's, Ranger Kooky? A cook kit. What is a cook kit? Well, a cook kit is something that you use to cook your food with. I do believe is one of the things you need to have in your bag is a cook kit set. Now, I told my friend a long time ago, man, you need a cook kit. A little stove or something to cook food with. He says, oh, no, I got all this wood in the woods. I'm like, okay, dude, you're going to need a cook kit. Oh, I don't need a cook kit. I got all this wood. So he went camping one day, and it stormed. He couldn't cook his food. The next time I seen him, he had a cook kit. It's something like a little gas with a little pocket rocket stove, and that's what he had when he told me he don't need no cook kit. Now, my cook kit comes with a gas, a lighter, and a rocket stove, and little pots and utensils, and a spoon. That's usually my cook kit. But right now, we're going to talk about all the kits you can find in a cook kit when you go camping. Now, if you're going backpacking, that's something for a little small version, or the German canteen. There's other ways of keeping your fire going. You got when you go car camping, you can bring a big Coben stove with gas, and there's different types of stoves and kits you can buy. For example, just a regular old bowl, some pots. This could be put over a fire if you had a fire underneath it to cook your thing. You can get a Coben stove like this and put the butane burners underneath it. Or you could put wood underneath it and burn it just like this. You can put wood underneath here, or you can use gas. Now, when I go in the woods, I know I'm going to be eating today. I see a lot of people believe in this. I got all the wood in the world. I don't need no gas. But hey, this is for emergencies. If you don't have that wood dried, and this is going to come in handy really good. You just take a flick of a lighter or a striker. Now, there's other things you can get when you go out camping. Some people go out just to cook in the woods. Now, you don't have to buy expensive tinsel like this. You can just go to one of those restaurants. When they give you those packets of silverware for your lunch, you can just get one of these little cheap-ass plastic spoon and fork. Now, sometimes my cook kit carries a little knife in case I bring some fresh food or vegetables. You might want to have a knife. Now, you're going out there barbecue and stewing and all that nice stuff. This is where I also recommend. That's in your cook kit. Now, if you're going car camping or camping in that park, and if you got a family, 5 or 6 people, you want to cook a big meal, one of these. Or one of these. This is a smaller version. Then they got people who bring spices and stuff like that to cook with. Nope, nothing wrong with that. I could take salt and pepper and put it in little packages in my own cook kit. Now you might want to cook big, so you bring a bigger pot. Or you might cook them scrambled eggs or squash right here. Then they got other ways of cooking your food. These are tablets or few tablets. Good for this little device here. It's well used. So you take one of these tablets and put it in there. And you can cook a cup or two of water or whatever you can cook up. Now remember, your fuel is how long it can last in the woods. So you might want to use this as an emergency source until you get, you got no firewood to use. You might want to use your gas. I'm going to eat tonight, so I see a lot of people now. You can bring matches. You can bring a striker, like I got here, a striker. There's other types of strikers you can get to start your fires with. You can bring an alcohol burner, but you got to bring alcohol for the alcohol burner, so it might have a lot of weight. Now, there's all kinds of doodads and knickknacks that you can buy. For example, this is a mountain fire kit, and it's a cool little kit you can buy. Basically, you put your fire in here, you put your cup up here to heat up your water after you so, and this could be filled with liquids and water. After you heat up your water and sanitary it, if you got, water from a ditch or a pond, I think it was called the mountain fire kit thing. I forgot what it's called, but you can look it up. Take a nice little picture and look it up. Alright, and there's all kinds of different types of fire starters and warmers and matches just to start your fire. Here's some steel wool if you want to make a fire. Now right now I'm not worried about fire kits. I'm worried about cook kits. There's difference from fire kits and cook kits. So cook kit is basically some type of fuel of some type. I recommend always carry some type of fuel or some type to light your fire, because you never know. So I can use one of these. These burn in about 15 minutes or so. And you can use this to at least heat up your water or you cook up your meal. I like this to bring my gas stove. Watch this. It goes in here. Goes in here. This goes together like so. Now, I'm not going to put it all together because I only got one hand. Then that goes in here. My lighter goes in here. This cup goes on top. This goes on top of that. Put my spoon in this case and voila. Weighs about maybe a pound. But hey, it's on you to carry the weight. Remember, comfort is better than being miserable. Here's a German cook kit. You might want to bring a German cook kit. And you can use the Sterno stove to heat up whatever you're cooking today. This thing comes with 3 little cups, well 2 cups, and a way to boil water. Like I said, there's multiple ways of cooking your food at camp. But me, I'm always going to bring some type of gas stove or gas. I'm going to eat before the rest of the people I've seen before in the camp area. Took them almost 30 minutes just to cook food or get something going. Like I said, everybody's different, but I'm going to eat in a few minutes. And the next thing I'm going to show y'all is calories. Right now, it's the cook kits. And if you want, you can buy one of these. This is a gasifier. It's like several parts. Oh, shoot. Several parts goes to this thing, and it's a gasifier. And you just look up gasifier and just show you what it's all about. And it's like a puzzle. If you don't put this puzzle back, it's not going back like you think it's going back. It's a complicated puzzle. So you have to... So you have to put this thing back together how it was so to really fit. And that goes in its little bag right here. So if you want, you can buy a gasifier. If you don't want a gasifier to burn wood in, you just get a gas stove. There's multiple different types of gas stoves. There's the little small. I can carry this in a backpack with 1 or 2 tanks. Shouldn't be that heavy. And you can always leave these out in the woods, but you shouldn't be doing that. And you can also bring your spices and your nices, and you don't want to know what this is, but this is those candles with that smelly stuff. All right, there you go, folks. This is my cook kit sets. Also should be one of the recommends to cook your food. Are you going to eat tonight, or are you going to starve because you can't make a fire? So that's a thing to have at least some type of gas stove with you. If you can't make a fire, or you go on a backtrack on a hike and you can't make fires on this trail, this gas stove will be your best bet. Always make sure you can use fire to cook your food. If not, you got to find a way of cooking your food with sterno or some type of fuel tablets or gas or alcohol. All right, I'm Ranger Kooky. I'll see you in the next video.